Samira. Samira was so desperate for the position. You know, our good old Auntie Rebecca, she was not that outgoing, and so Samira was mostly at the forefront. She longed to be the first lady. And so she is very unhappy. If she had won, she would have slayed a lot. She will slay Ghanaian ladies or go bored die. Tell you who is not happy though. Dr. Bawumia is not happy. He did his best. He was desperate for the position. But do you know, somebody else was even more unhappy.
Nkonko TV sunia matiefo nyina akwaba na nsoso ensema hodo bia yensaka na yaboabo ni nyina no se de besom yatiefo ene yahwefo entibo modna se o hwei be subscribe ade amayen na wa follow wa like afo wie so na de comment ato ase de amayen na wa mie adoma no so ede aka ho na de beba bia no osubenya bi ahwe anya bi ede ati na nsema ede nam ena nwumre bi ene se ohin bi akasa na ne nkasa ye okasa ye no wakasa afana na dodankwa akufu ado amamu a obebu o manga na ho ebi ko yie ebi so anko yi ni titori se babi wamfa anidie sefata amfa ma ahemfo na de na nsoma MPP manyokuo no etimi edi enkuguo ewa abatoe mu na buadi amponin abodade toso miensa oye krontihini owo achim asum ho na nanai ewa to sankrawi ede mane Ghana ene na adankwa akufu ado se ankuguo na NDC MPP fo adienu ne kwase ni se ahye wo papa ayo moya nipa affect wo no ebi ene Dr. Bawumia na adodankwa akufu ado ankasa ena Samira Bawumia aye Bawumia yere se nipa enim ene ebinim eka ho ankuguo ahye wo na ohu omo abonte na omo sere de na nso omumunu tun say yes enema enkoye na papa yi ekasa ye kase enema bi a ammoa anase ankoye wa kufo do mamuma titru ka ho ma omudi ntwo ebi ne se wamfa anidie ama ahemfo eni babi mpo okwadwebo bi ase okwaye bi ase na okodu ye na se no abra wo cheche ahemfo na okoto ohene bi a ohene eti na konwam se ohene na papa yi na yonso obechia na adodankwa akufo do me kire ohene obechia na adodankwa akufo do papa yi anase akufo do ka kire ne se wo ti ho na me president me ma mechia ade na won so nyina se nyina ho ma menchia enti na adodankwa akufo do amakwan ama ohini anchia ne bi adanya ohini eche ho no ogina ho enti sa nyama we mu nyina kaka ho bi ena ma omoto aba no a MPP manyokuo no antimi anni nkunim ewa afia bato no a ekoso no enti ono de ode so wo ebo na adodankwa akufo do ene nipa bi ma keka mo ho eka ho bi na ntwo na eba ye no omutimi ediye na ogina so na okache Ghana fo nyina se nyankopon adom ya to aba ama mahama nyame ya adom ente na fi wa be ye mampani Ghana mu enyina yenka ye humom ye moa no ye nso na sene ewom enye bete emfa mano onfa ne izedie onfa ne boko onfa ne hogono so na so man Ghana nyina ye nsom ye moa no yenka ne ho na fi amamuo entimi enyefo emfa man na de Ghana fo ye hwe animu a nyankopon ye pese nyame fa hama so ye de bo man Ghana no entimi emram enye papa yi ekasa ohini okasa bebire ekeka ekotu quotations cry free Samira ni no a aja kromfo koto hye ne kwanso mobo no mjara ho a ma akiri obi koto no kwaje no okani nyina edeka ho enti papa yi nkasa ye mu no na wakache Ghana fo so sere Ghana fo nyina se ye nka ye homom na ye nti mmoa ma hama amamu na obebu nyame ya aduma next year January 7 fo eni besi akundwa so no entimi ewie peye papa yi nsemo kai etoso ebu ha emu duru ehye so no ankasa otie fina no brofo no so de ewum eni agese ye papa gaze opanyi jima ho ewo US na ye kogye dictionary fini nchen na de be chechire bo fiase na wate ase enti papa yi nsema kai ye ni nyina wo afidie so ana se ewo video ho a ye de beto so ana se osubunya bi ahwe na wonya bi atiri ohunu de papa yi nsema kai enti ba modern so subscribe so wa share wa like na fi wa comment edi aka ho na de ebesisi ewo manga na mu efi sabre kopense ye beso mahama inu yensa ka ye ma atiefo ene ahwefo aso ensi ewo ho enti bo mane so be subscribe wo be share be like wo be follow no wa comment enso edi aka ho na de ebesi bia no ya ma obi na so nya bia hwe anya bia ti papa ni video no ene ye de to so edi ama no mo so for Samira.
Samira was so desperate for the position. You know, our good old Auntie Rebecca, she was not that outgoing, and so Samira was mostly at the forefront. She longed to be the first lady. And so she is very unhappy. If she had won, she would have slayed a lot. She will slay Ghanaian ladies or go bored die. I'm very happy we have won. Ghanaians are very happy. I see there's a certain level of exoneration in the atmosphere. People are generally jubilating. I tell you who is not happy though. Dr. Bawumia is not happy. He did his best. He was desperate for the position. But do you know, somebody else was even more unhappy. Samira was so desperate for the position. You know, our good old Auntie Rebecca, she was not that outgoing, and so Samira was mostly at the forefront. She longed to be the first lady. And so she is very unhappy. If she had won, she would have slayed a lot. She will slay Ghanaian ladies or go bored die. Another person who is not happy is Napo. Ghanaians didn't know Napo until he became the vice presidential candidate. And wow. Are you sure the name is not Puna? What a yam. The other person is President Akufo-Addo. Nana Akufo-Addo is not happy, though he's going around smiling a lot with the transition team. You see a Tinya Brofre, we were all disappointed. Disappointed in Akufo-Addo, I mean. You see, in Revelations, the mark of the beast has been interpreted by many people as 666. The mark of ours was hidden in broad daylight. It was obvious for all to know. And it was in its initials, Nada. Nada in Twi translates into English as dishonest, deceptive, double-dealing, cunning, crafty, crooked. Should I go on? Insincere, evasive, lying, misleading, hypocritical. I think it was quite clear, but people just didn't realize it. And some of us are happy that his reign is over. A lot of the chiefs are happy. A good friend of mine who is also a chief told me once that let's see if he will come around and instruct chiefs to wake up to greet him. It's not a good legacy. He could have done more. He had so much revenue. He had so much he could have done for this country. And so we pray we don't get another Akufo-Addo to be president of Ghana. overall, we thank God that the good Lord has given the mantle, well, about to give, to President Mahama. As it is in Luke chapter 10, verse 29, Ghana has been stripped naked. Mother Ghana is bleeding. The robbers have stolen. They have stolen all the goodies. So a good Samaritan has come to rescue her and put her in a good, healthy, and happy situation. And also recover the loot that the robbers took and put them behind bars. For me, we should be happy about it. So yes, I am very happy.
All right.
I guess there was. Even Lucifer had something good about him. They said he was a good singer. He had a magical voice, Lucifer, yes. So definitely there will be something good about Nana Akufo-Addo. Free SHS was a good idea. By all standards, yes, it was. But the planning was where the problem was. We could have taken our time, assessed our infrastructure, the staff, both teaching and non-teaching, the books and logistics that were necessary. We could have piloted the scheme to see how good it will work in anticipation of the number of students we would have since it has become free. But of course, it was rushed. Frank Sinatra, you know, a classical musician, good old days, he wrote a song called Fools Rush In, where angels and wise men will tread cautiously. Fools will rush in with reckless abandonment. So we could have done it better. But I guess overall, free SHS was a good policy, good idea. Maybe another good thing, almost good thing, is how he was able to mute all the opinion leaders, the clergy, the media, the chiefs, all the outspoken people, all of a sudden became silent. You see, when you have about 32 million people with 32 million problems breathing down your neck, even the strongest of minds could bend. So yes, his ability to tame them, keep them silent, is somehow mesmerizing to some of us. So in that case, yes, he was good. But at the same time, now that there's a new president, we are all watching. Eyes are watching. Those that were kept mute, if all of a sudden they come out loud, then we will tell them that yes, they are the hypocrites and saboteurs that we can boldly face them and say to their faces. Yes, he was good in keeping those people silent. Overall, some of us are happy to see his back. A lot of chiefs are saying that when he comes to their palaces and their gatherings, they will only greet him because traditionally they are supposed to. But it will be without, of course, a certain hidden level of cynicism and even disdain. So tomorrow is pregnant. There's a lot that Ghanaians are anticipating, and we hope it will be a positive change. We have to thank Ghanaians again. Our gratitude goes to the voting population. They have done well. They have spoken very clear, very loud. They have given President Mahama the mandate. And we appreciate that they also saw what we could see. There is a new change. There is a new kind of development in the horizon. We pray that President Mahama, right from the first day, day one of being sworn in, will have the strength, will have the energy, will have the enthusiasm to do what he has been brought here, destined to do, all the way until the 1460 of his reign. We pray that by the time his term is over, Ghanaians will yearn for more. Ghanaians would compare what he has been able to achieve to that of the great Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him. It will be a difficult battle, but he must guide him. He must give him a conjoined spirit of, it will be a difficult battle, but he must guide him. He must give him a conjoined spirit of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's speedy development. The good Lord must conjoin President Mahama with the spirit of J.J. Rawlings's no-nonsense approach, determination, self-sacrifice, and charisma. The good Lord should conjoin the spirit of President Mahama with a good spirit of Atamilsis, Diufiasem, Yofie Ye, humility, dedication, and honesty. We pray that President Mahama will leave a legacy that we can all be proud of. Like I said, he only has 4 years. Well, so the Constitution says. And by the time it ends, we must all beat our chest and be proud that he had a second chance. I believe the 4 years is going to make it difficult because it's quite a limited amount of time, especially regarding how we all want him to succeed. But he mustn't allow that to worry him. He must take in a day at a time. We want a different kind of Mahama, though, a supercharged Mahama. A Mahama who is hard. No more Mr. Nice Guy, no more Mr. Gentleman kind of thing. Ghanaians fare better when we have a hard leader. He must not be afraid to sack his ministers, his appointees, who are lackadaisical, appointees who mismanage, appointees who are mediocre, appointees who underperform must be sacked with alacrity. The president must crack the whip. I advise all our appointees, all our ministers, to at least declare their assets. Because ubi abodi say shia, I was say usensu diye. And we know that if the president carries Ghanaians along, communicates well with Ghanaians, Ghanaians will also carry him along. Ghanaians will offer him every little helps, devoid of sabotage, devoid of ill will, devoid of scheming. Ghanaians must understand that we have given our will to him. So we have to be patient I know every day people will be on the lookout for what he has been able to do. And the fact that the mandate they gave to him is that overwhelming makes the job even more difficult, because they say to whom much is given, even much more is expected. So yes, it's going to be a difficult battle, but I believe President John Dramani Mahama will perform very, very well.
Now, coming to that, making those points, is there anything for the oral, since you really spoke about how it should be done, you really campaigned for it? Is there anything for the oral?
Yes. I'm very happy that even before the president was sworn in, he has formed a team, a formidable one at that, to take care of the various looting and, defrauding and all those things that we need to at least recover. It's good. I heard the Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa say that their job for now will be temporary, and that they may be given over to other institutions like the police, BNI and the rest, Yoko and the rest. Well, I beg to disagree with him. The people want oral to be a task force. We want oral on a kind of permanency level. We now have the majority, so they should be able to at least come out with the laws and regulations that will at least fund them and institutionalize them, maybe under national security. Because we all know how tedious, how investigations can become compromised, how bureaucracy can set in, and if you give it to Yoko and Shraj and the police, it may not have the same level of seriousness that we intend it does. And so, yes, it must be an institutionalized task force that will see that the agenda is achieved. We cannot allow that, people will go on as it was before. I'll tell you, it is not just for this party, it is not just for this term. It should be something that should carry on into the future. Members of parliaments, prospective members of parliaments, are known to borrow money. Some will sell their houses just to become parliamentarians, because they know when they get there, they will have about 1,000 times more than what they lost. This should be a disincentive to all of them, to all Ghanaians. People who want to serve must genuinely have it in their hearts to serve, not to come and steal government money, not to come and dissipate our already scarce resources, but to help genuinely. And so if we have an institution like ORA, it will at least send the wrong signal to, the right signal to the wrong people who think they can come and just enrich themselves. It is a duty to Ghanaians. So I beg him and his team, they should find ways to regulate it and make sure that if even for nothing at all, they can give the cases to the police for criminal prosecution, but they can also initiate civil prosecutions against these same people. I hear there's been more than 400 complaints already. So that means, yes, there's every need for them. The police are there, the BNI are there, Yuko and the rest are there. How come with their inception we get so many cases? And this is a mark that Ghana wants to change. I always keep saying that Ghana is the most blessed of all lands under God's creation. our mineral resources, our natural resources, vis-a-vis the population which is not overpopulated, vis-a-vis the human resources we have, our seas, our rivers, our fertile lands. Look, countries like America and the rest of Europe should be envious of Ghana. We could do it. Our only problem has been leadership. So if Oral is here to clean that up, I believe we must give them all the assistance, all the support, so that together we can build a Ghana that we can all be proud of. There's only one Ghana, and it takes just a wrong statement to infuriate and to cause mayhem and havoc. The right things need to be done. People should love Ghana more. That you are an EC doesn't mean you are not a Ghanaian. The right things need to be done. That you are a Supreme Court judge doesn't make you above Ghana. The right things need to be done. People should fear the good Lord. You see, the people have spoken, and it is clear, and it is as loud as it could ever be in any competitive democracy. Let the will of the people remain. That's all I can say. Let not a few people think they can scheme and plot, because it will not happen. Let the will of the people remain. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best of 2025 and beyond. And as I say, we are praying that the Ghana we knew will change, and we will feel proud, very proud, when we call ourselves Ghanaians. Thank you very, very much for having me. My name is Obodade Buadi Amponim Obodade the third. Achim Assume is where I come from. Thank you.